All right. Okay, guys, so I was planning on actually filming a video, but that's not working out right now. So I am going live. Planning on actually. So so for this, we're going to be talking a little bit about mental health, confidence, and whatnot. And I'm going to do my makeup because today is Saturday and I am planning on filming some other content, and this was supposed to be one of them. So before the video got cut off, I was talking about mental health and what mental health what kind of means to me and how my mental health is. So mental health for me is like extremely important. It has to do with how a person is doing like mentally, how they think and view themselves and the world around them. And for me, I've struggled with mental health in the fact that I have social anxiety. I've struggled with depression in the past, and I've had like low self esteem and just like not I wasn't a very confident person for parts of my life. Like I felt when I was really younger, I was a lot more confident, and as I got older, I kind of lost some of my confidence. So yeah, and I think that's typically like the case with any child really. Well, not any, but like some children, like you're really confident when you're younger because your parents like are pouring into you a lot. They're telling you how wonderful and how amazing you are, and then you go to school, and in my case, you might encounter some people who are bullies because I was bullied a lot for various reasons. I was bullied because I had a unique name. Like you do not see many black kids with the name Anushka because it's mostly considered like an Indian or Russian name. And I am Jamaican, so I'm neither Indian nor Russian. I do have some Indian ancestry, but mostly Jamaican. So to have like a name like Anushka was very different for a lot of the kids. They probably never heard of someone with that name before, so they just thought it was funny. They would bully me for it. Got bullied because I was short. I also got bullied because I was smart, which that one literally to this day annoys the heck out of me because you guys are bullying me because I am smart. Like that didn't make sense. And it was the same kids who would bully me that would later on try to copy my homework and want to like kind of befriend me in a sense, but not really be my friend because they were just using me. And honestly, at the time, I would help them with their homework because like they would stop bullying me even if it was like momentarily if I was helping them, which I don't know, that probably wasn't the best or smart thing to do. But I just didn't want to get bullied, you know? I was a kid. I was like literally in middle school at this time. So yeah, because I was bullied a lot, that also negatively impacted like my self confidence and my self esteem went into the trash can because of that. But as I got older, like I kind of realized I had low self esteem and little confidence. So I would try to like fix that in ways that probably were not the best. But one thing I did as an adult, I did like seek out like podcasts and YouTube videos that talks about like being more confident, like, you know. So I was trying to like read and research and listen to things that would like help me and teach me ways to like believe more in myself. So that's one thing. And then with like my social anxiety, I did at one point have a therapist. So if you have not seen my video on how my therapist tried to scam me, I would definitely recommend that because I talk more about why I was in therapy and how therapy was helping me because I was in therapy for, I want to say maybe like a month or so. And honestly, within that little time that I was in therapy, like it definitely did help me. So 100% would recommend therapy if you need therapy. That's what I'm saying. But I had stopped because they tried to scam me and tried to steal my money. But like some of the things I learned from therapy, I actually do still use in my life today. Like one of the things that my therapist really was big on was journaling, and I don't journal as often as I would like, but I do journal. And I have been pretty consistent for like the last month or a month and a half, so that's pretty good, and I'm proud of myself for that. But yes. And then like confidence. Confidence is the hard one. If you guys watched my very first video on YouTube, you would laugh. I laugh when I go back and watch it because I was so not confident in that video. I wouldn't look at the camera. I'm like looking all over the place. And I feel like you become more confident at doing something the more you do it. The more, if you are a model, if when you first you kind of didn't really like, you weren't that confident person, the more you do it, the more confident you become because you are improving. So same thing with YouTube. Like the more I would sit and talk in front of a camera, the more comfortable I became at sitting and talking in front of a camera. Why is she watching this video? I can hear my mom watching this video right now in her room. Mommy! No, this is it. But yeah, for me, like the confidence, uh, I would say like I became confident more in myself when I would really stop caring. And I know it's so hard to do that. It's so hard to stop caring what other people think about us and what their opinions of us are. But honestly, the more and more I got into believing in God and more into like my connection with God and caring what God thinks of me versus what people think of me, like it became so much easier to have confidence in myself. I'm like, and when I would read my Bible all the time, like I'll read it on the bus and like just reading what God says we're capable of doing and what He'll do for us. I'm like, yo, that really changed my perspective on myself and just how I should be living my life. I'm not living my life to please man. I'm living my life that it will be pleasing to God. So that really helped. I also, if like going back to my first video that I did on YouTube, I talked about how I would listen to subliminals, which some people have a thing where they're not a fan of subliminals and things like that. But I wasn't listening to subliminals in a sense that I'm listening to things that are like crazy. I will listen to them and it will be about self confidence, imagining my dreams. So like I speak things that I should be speaking to myself that I listen to it. Like it will tell me like I'm confident when I walk, confident in things I do. And when you hear those things over and over and over, that becomes your thought pattern as well. So if I'm that means I am rechanging my brain to not think of myself in such a small way and look down at myself in a sense, but I'm becoming more confident by listening to these things, which I 100% recommend it. It's funny that I bring that up because as I was listening to Spotify, because I would listen to the subliminals on Spotify sometimes, it came up today on one of my playlists, and that playlist was like titled like Mood Happy or something like that, and I was just like, that's funny because not my subliminals made it to that playlist. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I really need to focus under the makeup because I'm just focusing on talking. But yeah, so that's where I am with my confidence. Like I feel like now I'm a really confident person, or else I don't think I would still be doing YouTube if I didn't feel some sort of confidence in myself. I'm about to do eyeliner, but yeah, I just really think it's important that people take care of their mental health, especially that this is mental health awareness month, like May. And honestly, I feel like I need to be doing more for my mental health than I have been doing. And I do want to go back to therapy. It's like finding a good therapist is extremely hard. And then I would want to find one that's in network for my health insurance, which um I'm gonna get kicked off of my parents' health insurance next year, January, because I'll be 26. And I'll have to pay for it myself. And I'm like, therapists are not cheap at all, guys. Like, they're very expensive. Even if you are, find one that's in network for your health insurance, I still have to copay for every visit. And, like, if it's a copay of like $15 to $20, that's 15 times 4 is 60. Sorry, I can do math. Is $60 for a month of therapy, which to some people that's not a lot. To me, that's kind of a little bit of a lot of money, and I just don't really have it. But yes, I just think that it's super important though. Even if you're not going to therapy, there's other things you can do to help. Like I said, I listen to a lot of podcasts that talks about mental health and just overall mindfulness and health and well-being. Um, like for instance, I listen to the Black Girl Bravado, which is definitely hands down one of my favorite podcasts at the moment. So if you are interested in things like mental health and wellness and health, and just overall well-being, I would definitely recommend checking that podcast out. And another podcast that I really like that's about women empowerment is Back to Her. It's also a really good podcast. And I like that one a little, I wouldn't say more, but like when I first started listening to podcasts, that's one of the first podcasts I really did get super into. And I really enjoyed it because it's two young women. They're about like 25 and 26, I believe. So they're same age group as me. Like, where one of them is the same age as I am. So it's refreshing to hear people who are the same age as you, within your age range, like, talk about their life experience because you guys have similar life experience and things that I do. So it's like refreshing to hear like their takes on a lot of things that's going on in the world and just like hear their life experience and how they deal with it and their advice that they will give to other women because like I'm in the same boat as them. But yes, I'm Oh yeah, and just in case anyone's really curious about any of the products I'm using, I am using my Nubian 2 eyeshadow palette, and I just use my liner, my elf liner, but yeah. And one other thing, like that relates to mental health that I'm going to probably like bring up, and I'll probably spend the rest of it talking about this, is imposter syndrome. So I didn't hear about imposter syndrome until maybe like 2, 3 years ago. And imposter syndrome is just believing that you are not qualified for like something. Let's say you got accepted to an Ivy League school. You feel like you didn't truly deserve to get into that Ivy League school. It's because of good luck and chance is why you got accepted, not because of all the hard work that you put in order to make it to that level and to look like a great candidate to that school for them to accept you. So it's just like the belief that you are an imposter and you don't deserve the things that you have. And I 100% can say, like, sometimes I think that, like, I'm just like, do I truly deserve to be like a certain job? Like, do I deserve this job, or is it like by chance why I got it accepted? Like, not the fact that I have an extensive resume and I know for a fact I'm an amazing worker. So, but like sometimes we feel like things are like too good to be true that's happening to us, and I feel like that's really such a bad thing. And it just goes to show like someone who kind of struggles with imposter syndrome probably is struggling with like low self-esteem or just doesn't have confidence in themselves. And I bring this up because I feel like it all like ties in. And I recently just got offered a job to be a teacher, like for a charter school. And I told some people about it, but I haven't told a lot of people about it just because like I'm still in like shock at the job. And the way it was, I applied less than a week applying. I did a video interview and then a Zoom interview, and was offered the job like during my Zoom interview, like, which to me was crazy. Like, I've never ever got offered a job on the spot. So I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I was just like, you're accepting me. Like, I did not think I applied to this job not thinking I was qualified to it. I'm not gonna sit here like I did not think they would actually hire me. I was just like, I'm like, let's just apply. We're most likely not gonna get it because I just don't have them. I've never had a teacher position. I've had jobs where I am teaching, like my current job. I am an educator, so that does involve teaching, but it's not in a formal traditional school setting. So I just didn't think they would hire me because I've never been like an in classroom teacher. So the fact that like I got the job like during the interview was wild to me. Like the the lady that was interviewing me, she was just like, I'm so like impressed with you. Like you did your research on the company, so like you knew, like she'll ask me questions like why that particular school, like what about them attracted, and like was able to answer that, like and give like things that I saw from their website. Then like this aspect is what made me like want to work for you guys. And there's it was true. It's not like I was lying, because I was not lying. Like, I actually did my homework on the company before, like, really applying for the position. Like, I wouldn't apply for a job I truly did not want to do, because that's a waste of my time and that's a waste of other people's time. So if I apply to a job, that means I truly do want it. But like I said, it's not that I didn't want the position. I just didn't think they would truly, one, reach out for an interview and actually hire me, because I thought I wasn't qualified. And it's funny because I had a conversation with a friend, and she's like, she always sends me job postings, and I ask her to. And I'm like, sometimes you send me ones and like I'm not qualified for it. She's like, it's like, whatever I send you, you are more than qualified. You might not think you are, but I know that you are. And like, seriously, like, that imposter syndrome, like, it literally sneaks up on us in our lives. And sometimes some people are not really aware that that's what it is. We just think, like, we're underestimating ourselves and just trying to be modest. Like, some people think, like, oh, I'm just being modest, I'm being humble. Like, no, like, you're literally putting yourself down. Like, why do we feel like we're not qualified for something, which we are more than qualified for? Because me personally, I have two degrees. I have a degree in marine vertebrate biology, and then a master's in environmental science and policy. And even in the interview, the lady, she's like, I'm considering you for a science teacher position, because with your background, that would be perfect for you. And I do agree with her, like, that I would rather be a science teacher than be like an all subject teacher, because I know mostly about science. Like, it would be hard for me to teach like math or English, especially English. I sucked at English in school. My grammar is atrocious. So I wouldn't want to like have to teach like all subject, and like, so I was like, yeah, like, this is like working out so perfectly, but yet for some reason still I was like in shock when I got offered the position. So I'm just like, we need to really stop underestimating ourselves, and honestly, like, just believe in ourselves. Like, and like I said, it's like none of these things happen overnight. Like, for me, it took, like, I don't know, it took me so many years to really like stop caring what other people thought about me, because trust me, I have like such a big issue with like not being liked, or I used to have an issue with not being liked by people. And I'm like, we're not gonna be liked by everyone. That's just life. Not everyone's gonna like us. And sometimes I would get people who straight up don't like me, and I'm like, ugh, God. Okay, so things were happening I had to fix. So now yeah, I'm doing my under eye. But yeah, guys, like, those are just like, with it being mental health month, like, seriously, I just think we should all be thinking about our mental health a little bit more, and just also remembering, like, we never know what they're truly dealing with in their lives. Like, and honestly, I've just seen so many things lately on social media where like people committing suicide, and like, it's heartbreaking. Like, it's truly, truly, truly like heartbreaking anytime I see someone, and it doesn't have to be someone I know. I don't care if I do not know you. I must like start crying because it really makes me so sad. But it's just really heartbreaking when I see people, and then it's like, for me, like, people younger than me. If you're younger than me or we're like the same age, and I hear that you commit suicide, like, I'm like, you haven't lived life And I'm not saying like they haven't gone through things, but like you haven't gotten to a point where you're able to truly enjoy living life, because I feel like I'm 25 and there's so much more I want to do in my life. And that's not to say I've never gotten to a point where I'm like, life sucks so much that I just don't want to exist. I like to say, like, sometimes I wish I can just put a pause on life and just exist. Not do anything, not study for a test, not have to go to work, not have to, like, do all the different things that I put on myself, not even other people, but like recording for YouTube, like posting on Instagram, just like all the things and all the responsibilities you have. Sometimes I just want to like not have to do anything. I just want to like lay down and just exist. I want to just exist and not have a single thing to do. And I always just had to like push through and just keep going. Like it gets better. Like you've gotten through so many things in the past. This too shall pass, because nothing lasts forever. Not even the good times last forever. And the bad doesn't last forever. So just keep going, but it's really, really hard. Like sometimes it seems like there's no way, and that's usually when people do commit suicide. And it's heartbreaking when someone just really give completely give up on life. And like I think it was on Instagram, I saw this young girl. She was like 20 and in college, and she was like a cheerleader, and she wrote this really like long Instagram post as to why she was um decided to end her life. And it was just like, reading it was just like so sad. And I'm like, I can't imagine like how she felt in that moment, and like writing it, and just like, and it's like selfish to be like, oh, what's your family going to feel like if you were to kill yourself? Like that's such a selfish way of saying, like, you need to stay alive because of other people. And yeah, I get what people are trying to say. Like, think of all the people who were there for you, but like still, like you can't tell someone who is going through a lot and feel like there's no way out. Like, think of how this person is gonna feel if you were to do this. Like that doesn't help. As someone who's like have issues with mental health, like telling me like how other people are gonna feel literally just like makes it a lot worse, because then you feel like you're disappointing people. Like that's literally what that does to someone. It just makes you like, thanks. Like I already felt bad. Now you're making me feel even worse by telling me I'm a disappointment to those people if I were to do this. And I just think it's just better to be there, listen, let that person vent without trying to give them solutions to their problems. If they're asking or they're seeking solutions, sure, then by all means. If you can, or if you know someone who can give them solutions, go ahead. But they just want to vent, just let them vent. Because not every time someone's complaining, it is them seeking a solution to their problem. They just want to complain. Because I know I've been there where I just want to complain. I get so upset and I just want to rant. I don't want you to try and tell me it's going to be better. Don't tell me that. Just let me get it all out. Because sometimes that's what people need. They don't need us to be like, to be a savior for them. They just need us to listen and be there for them no matter what they're going through. Just like your presence is probably more than enough for some people. Okay. Um, because I need to get a move on. I have so much things I want to do today, and it's already been a very productive day. Like I went and did my laundry, which I haven't done in so long. I got my eyebrows done. I did my upper lip. I got my upper lip wax. Why can't I find the brush I'm looking for? What else did I do? Oh, yeah, I also got my toes done. So it's like a little self care and productive day so far. But yeah, so you guys are gonna give me a second. I can't find the brush I'm looking for. Dang it, and I keep getting makeup on my shirt. So yeah, I feel like this has been so rambling and all over the place, but hopefully there's no one really on. But hopefully if other people watch this, because I am going to save this on my channel, maybe if you guys can relate to any of the things I say, like leave a comment, definitely give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to your girl's channel. This is like so far into me recording that I'm telling you guys to do all those things. But yeah, make sure you give this a like, give it a thumbs up, record, subscribe. I'm very a rambly human being by nature, so I'm not gonna apologize for myself and the things I do. This is just how how I am. So, okay. But yeah, I'm actually liking how this makeup look comes out. So after this, I'm actually going to film a clothing haul. So make sure you guys watch that video as well. That will be out on Monday, May. Today's what, the 14th? So Monday, May 16th, that will be up by 3 p.m. So make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can see that video when it is up. So the last thing for me to do now are to put these lashes on. So these have been the same lashes I've been using. This is going to be the third time I am using these lashes. They are the iconic lashes with Shea Essential. I will leave that down below so if you guys are interested in checking them out. And I'll also have a code that you get a discount if you were to use it. So I'll also leave that down below. Oh yeah, I didn't contour my face. Do I want to contour my face? Not really. I kind of like how this looks without the contour. So we're going to not do that. So we're just going to put on these lashes. So put the lashes on and but yeah, so like if you guys are struggling with mental health, like I said before, definitely seek professional help if you can. If not, just do your best. And honestly, I'm always willing to listen to anyone talk or rant or whatever. I always tell my friend, like, literally, I'm one phone call away. If you need me for anything, and trust me, my friend knows they can call me at like 1 a.m. in the morning and I will pick up my phone because I'd rather you call me and wake me up than to do something you regret. Or just like, even if you weren't thinking of like taking your life, or maybe you just want to like rant at 1 a.m. in the morning, feel free to call me. I can guarantee you I'll pick up. And this is more for my friends. If you guys do ever want to reach out to me with any concerns, like definitely leave me a message. I'll leave my email down below as well. So if you guys want to email me with anything, like I will try and get back to all you guys in a timely fashion because I'm always on my phone. But for my friends, like all of my really good friends, including like my siblings and my parents, they're all on emergency bypass on my phone. So if they were to call me, it does come through even if my phone's on do not disturb, because I put my phone on do not disturb when I go to sleep. But for the people who are very important in my life, they're all on emergency bypass. I will still get their phone call no matter the time of day, or if my phone is on emergency bypass, their calls will come through. And because they know that, my friends tend to not call me unless they know it's like something super important, like late at night. But and that's another thing I would say, having a great support system in terms of like friends and family. Dang it, did I fuck up which eye these are supposed to go on? Sorry guys, I'm having a slow moment. I'm trying to like figure out. Yeah, this is for this eye. Okay. Let's try to figure out which one goes with which. But yeah, having a great support system in terms of like friends, family, like a significant other is super important when it comes to our mental health. Like I know I love my friends so much. Some of my friends are like family, some of my friends are actually family members as well. So who I know I can call on, I can text if I ever really need anything. I also have my boyfriend who's extremely supportive, and I'm so thankful to have him as my boyfriend because honestly, like, not all your partners are super supportive of their partners, like life decisions or what they choose to do, but like he's always been like very supportive of everything. I tell him like I'm interested in this, like, oh, it's like you can do it, why not, go ahead. And I was like, yo, can we like think about this, like, are we sure I should be doing this? Where like I second guess myself, he's just like, you can do that, like. But yeah, so we have to wait a little while for the lash to get tacky. I like to wait at least a minute. Some people just say 30 seconds, but I feel like a minute ensures that it's super tacky. But yeah, honestly, guys, these lashes are so pretty. But yeah, that's just like really where mental health and confidence, like, confidence is, it gets you into a lot of rooms. I would say, like, if you're like super confident, like people are gonna be more attracted to you, even if like you might not be traditionally like what someone thinks is super attractive. But when you're confident, people are attracted to that for a fact. Um, but yeah, so after this, I'm going to get dressed and record the other video. So I've kept you guys here for a while. So after I put on these lashes, I'm gonna peace out. Okay. I feel like that looks tacky enough. Okay, okay, we're gonna try putting this on. I like never do lashes on camera because I'm always struggling. Okay, 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 okay. Like honestly, like that looks so cute. Come on, get tacky enough. But yeah, guys, this is it. Um, I feel like I'm happy I did this as a live than just record the video like I originally wanted. Like I originally really wanted to do the live, but then I was like, let's just record it as a video because then I could just edit out all my nonsensical talking because I always feel like I ramble and I babble a lot. Like I really do. But hey, we're just doing it as a live because that didn't work out, so we're doing this way. Okay, so let's put this on. Oh, the inner corner is kind of lifting a little. One, two. Okay. Yes. There we go. Does it look like it's still lifting? Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix that off camera because like I'm having struggle and I have to do a lot. But overall, this is the final look, guys. I'm just going to put on lip gloss, and that's pretty much it. Like this is a really simple look just because like I said I am going to be doing like a little clothing haul after this, and because when I'm doing a clothing haul I don't like to use too much bright colors because the colors of the outfits that I'm trying to try on are going to be different. I don't want my makeup to be clashing with the clothes I'm putting on, so I did more of a neutral look here today. So this is pretty calm for me. But yes, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys are keeping your mental health in the forefront of your mind, especially that we are in the month of May, where it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So, and we should always be thinking about our mental health and the mental health of others. So, I hope this was beneficial and add some value to your lives. Okay, guys, bye for now.